As you know, you're supposed to develop weekly summaries for each of the first 7 weeks of this course, as well as a semester summary. And I think the best strategy to do this is to use what's called screencasting. Now, as a recap, as you can see here, you're supposed to create a 3 to 5 minute screencast for the weekly and then a 12 to 15 minute for the semester, summarizing what you did for the week, and I describe what it is that you should include, and then in terms of what grade you're pursuing dictates on what all should be included. So if all you do is summarize what you did, that's C-level work. For B, you need to talk about what it is that you learned from what you did. And then for an A, you take it beyond what learning you got from what you did, that you endeavor to make a connection between what you learned and did and your real life. So screencasting is software, and here's just a website that I just did a search for screencasting. So you can look and find all kinds of ones that are available. I've used quite a few of them. A colleague that I work with really likes Screener. I used Jing for quite a while, and then I in fact invested to get Jing Pro, but they have changed their model so that they don't have Jing Pro anymore. They have Snagit, which costs $50 for a year. I think it's a year. Most of these, that what they will do, no, this looks like it's a one-time price. A lot of them have a business model that would have you sign up for a pro version. And whether you do that or not is entirely up to you. You should be able to get by with free versions, and so Jing is a free download. Some of you might have some experience with Camtasia. The one that I'm using currently is Screencast O-Matic. There is a pro version of this that I had, but I let it expire because I don't really absolutely have to have it. But as you've seen, what it is able to do is to record what it is I'm saying while I'm showing you various things on screen. So there have been some questions as to what it is that, or how it is that you should go about capturing this stuff. So the best strategy is to go ahead and have the all of the files open that you want to show off. And so, for example, you could be talking about some VPython programming if you're in Physics 111, and you could go ahead and pull up something that you've created, and you could talk about the programming that you did. One of the things that screencasting isn't really good at least at the free level, is capturing motion. And so if you were in fact to try to run a VPython program and show that off, that it might not actually look that good. It looked good to me on my screen, but we'll have to see how that shows up when we get into other sorts of things. So anyways, you can at least show off the program. If, for example, that you had, I'm trying to find where, because I have too many things open. I think I've got it here. That if you're in a Physics 112 class and you want to show off an Arduino setup, that this is, I just shot this with my camera phone, and if you've done the first session with Arduino, you recognize this as being the parallel switch to turn on the light. So you can show these kinds of things. And then this is the Father's Day present I just picked up yesterday. A nice Townie to ride with my wife, who has one, and isn't that a cool helmet? So anyways, you've got those kinds of things that you can show. If you are in, if there's a simulation that you want to show off, like this one, maybe that will come out, because again, it looked good on my screen, but who knows if that's what's going to look good for you. Now, I have just taken up 5 minutes and shown you how you can go through and do this. Now, what I would do at this point in time, or what I'm about to do, is I'm going to go ahead and tell Screencast O-Matic that I'm done. And what it will then do is give me options as to what I want to do with the file. Now, one of the things that you'll need to do with whatever way you decide to capture this is you need to get it onto YouTube. Now, you might already have YouTube channels that you've created, but you do have a YouTube account through Maricopa, and so my recommendation would be that you go ahead and hook your screencasting software, or however you decide to capture, to your Maricopa YouTube account, and then it gets uploaded there. You do need to make sure that you don't have it private so other people can't see it. You want to make sure that it can be seen, and then I will be posting a place for you to go ahead and create a link to the YouTube video each week. So I hope that makes sense. If you do have questions, feel free to message me about it. Bye-bye now. Oh, one last thing. It'll be too late by the time you see it maybe, but you can always go back and look. Today, which is March 31st, is Julius Petri's the Petri, I guess I should say Petri dish, his 161st birthday. And so if you're doing any biology kinds of stuff, that you can see that there's all kinds of things growing here. And these are all sorts of different goofy stuff. And so I just thought that was cool. My wife sent me this link, so I figured I'd share that with you. So that's about 7 minutes and 13 seconds. Screencast O-Matic will give you 15 minutes. YouTube will give you 15 minutes. So I have said 3 to 5 minutes. You want to keep it pithy and quick moving. So you don't have to go into super detail. Just enough to indicate what it is you've done, how long you've taken, show off your stuff, and then talk about what you learned, what connections you've made. Okay? Bye now.